I thought it sounded a little like a jaunty, you know, seafarer's tune more than a farmer tune, but what do I know? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday, and welcome to Gothic 2. Welcome to Eardath. So, last time we got here with this motley crew, okay, I got stupid pop-ups already. People that wouldn't normally bring. Would normally bring Wolf, wouldn't normally, I mean, I like to bring Biff, but don't normally like to bring him.
I couldn't get away with that.
Nothing's ever gonna
You know, there's a cow in the water with the fish, so, you know, 2 out of 3 parts of the equation are sea-based. What do I know? Anyway, we got the dudes. For some reason, of all people, Girion just didn't show up. Caprice has not shown himself yet. This asshole. Hey, I have a chance to steal his purse. So, we know the drill. Time to advance. So, unfortunately, we didn't bring Vatras with us because we ran out of space. I didn't feel like sending people away. But, yeah, I don't normally bring Bennett because there's no real use to having a smith here.
You!
All he does is complain.
I've got a dragon egg here.
Well,
I thought...
I know what you're thinking. Forget it. Keep the thing. I don't want it.
Well, you're really one of them on the mainland. I don't know. It depends on how quickly we get to the end of it. I mean, I wasn't planning on doing anything else, but if it just happens too quickly, I don't want to end this after like an hour.
What weapon?
Only the best.
Only the best. Well, he literally does have the best. That's the best axe in the game. Best two-handed weapon. He does sell some stuff to forge your own, but we need it not. I held on to Betty, and I don't know why, because I'm not going to use it. I have those. Actually, I am going to use it, because... I probably won't. I'll just end up using the bow.
Wait a minute. Are you doing all right?
The smithy on the ship is a little on the rusty side. It's the sea salt that does it. It may be a little difficult to produce anything decent here, but apart from that...
That's why they don't usually put smithies on ships. It wasn't unmodded, it was differently modded, and it was definitely a fuck ton easier. It's actually... Oh, I forgot he's not here. It's almost an embarrassment how much of a difference it was, because like the parts that were... I was pulling my hair out last time, like a cakewalk this time. The werewolf, actually, they almost made it a little bit harder. He didn't hit as hard, but they upped his, like, HP regen. So it was just kind of like running up against a wall. Him and I were kind of doing equal damage to each other and healing it just as fast. But apart from that, the part where I actually rage quit last time, I mean, wasn't even a fuss. What does Wolf have to say about this place?
How's it going?
Did you have to take Bennett along, man?
What's the problem?
Nothing. It's all right. Do your job and then get out of here, okay?
I actually didn't know he bitched about Bennett. It makes sense because Bennett always puts him out of a job every time he shows up. But hey, you're both important here.
Train? What kind?
Apparently can teach crossbones. So unfortunately, I still didn't make it to 100% on bowage. Because I'm a dork. Whoops, I tripped. Anyway, let's press on. We know the drill here. And we don't need 100%ing. We're good enough without it. Absolutely useless fire lizards that can't even get over here to do me harm. I think someone said that they might be there for the sake of like runes or potions. Because it's your last chance to ever get the Tongue of Fire. But I think there's other ingredients you won't be able to get here either, anyway. Hello, Ore Baron. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's the end of the game. It would be weird to skip it. I so seldom use bows. Like, I just am constantly shocked by how much of a game breaker it really is. I'm gonna up the brightness. A bit dank in here. Doing Gothic 3? No. 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 I did my Gothic 3. And while I'm not 100% like satisfied with it as time went on, that's just way too much of an endeavor to do all over again. I cannot imagine myself being compelled to give it another shot like I did with this. My walkthrough for this was legitimately horrible, so that's why I feel the need to redo it. Gothic 3 won't happen. I feel like I might do another Risen walkthrough at some point, because that's something I only did once. Wasn't really a walkthrough when I did it.
Nothing there.
That might be something I end up doing. That would be kind of cool. But other than that, I'm just going to do some Gothic mods. But of course, you know, come autumn or so, we'll actually start the... Well, actually, it probably won't even take that long. It'll probably be by start of August. I will actually start the walkthrough. But we have to get through the vanilla version of the game first. Which I still have to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I have the hard copy, but my disk drive does not work on this computer. So I don't have a cable for it. I'm probably going to see if I can install it on my laptop and then just move the files over. Hello, Vasser.
Nothing there.
Good old Eardirath. Now, I'm gonna cheat a bit and make it daytime, because I don't want all this dark. Oh, it is a bit strange how much daylight is coming through into this cave. It does kind of spoil the atmosphere, but for your guys' sake, just wanted to make it visible. Ah, they're fake cheats, though. Aren't doing me any favors, just for yous. There's a shaman creeping around the corner like he's hot stuff. Ow, ow, ow. Like, I could just stand there as they all come charging and I just like mow them down. Ain't even a thing. So you and I differ there, Val, because I actually quite enjoy the second half. It is a lot of busy work, just searching for, you know, 5 MacGuffins of Destiny, but I do actually quite enjoy the dungeons in Risen. Well, if you install the DX11 mod, nighttime is, I mean, pitch black. Yeah, people don't really do bow much credit. I've never compared it to crossbow either, because crossbows,
Nothing to be had there.
I feel like, are never going to be as good, based solely on the fact that you need strength to equip them, but dex to do the damage. So you're really selling yourself short with it. Yeah, as soon as you get the ability to actually hit things, bows kind of turn around, but also the resistance that enemies have to bows, for the most part, make the early game bows really ineffective. By the end game, where you have a bow that does 160 damage, suddenly these enemies are actually taking some hurt from it. Especially when they get themselves stuck on the train. Completely useless in terms of bow usage. I don't know what you mean. I don't remember finding bows that useless. Yeah, I mean, stat building in Gothic 1. The only way you wouldn't be able to build up all your stats is if you just didn't do any kind of level grinding of any kind. Cut him down like a tree. Also, the claw is broken AF. So even if I have to resort to melee, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, did Coach never finish it? Does he just not like it? Oh, started hitting F5 again. I forgot I'm trying not to do those saves because they break. It's another streamer, or Baron, who also does a lot of Gothic stuff. Oh, okay, so he just gave up on the LP and he's just doing streams. Well, why couldn't he do a stream through and just finish it up? So for some reason these guys don't actually aggro until you get in there and wake up the Colonel, but that just gives us a chance to lead some shots. Yeah, back you devil. Can't touch this. Oh, stop it, you. You make me blush. I know a lot of people who kind of just decided the YouTube stuff wasn't fun for them. And streaming not just was easier, but the sort of, like, viewer engagement made it more enjoyable. Personally, I'm actually kind of sad that I'm not doing as much YouTube stuff. But it's just, this is so much easier to make time for. But that will change, because once I'm ready to do the Gothic walkthrough, my motivation will increase exponentially. Right, now for one of the weirdest dialogue in the game.
Traitor, so I've found you at last. Many of the mercenaries have sold their souls to Beliar, and often I still feel bad about slaughtering them just like that. For you, scummy swine, I'll make an exception. I ought to just kill you on the spot.
Like, what on earth did that dialogue...
I beg you. They have put a spell on me. I would never have betrayed the monastery of my own free will. You have no idea what I've been through in the last few days. They put this voice in my head. I couldn't defend myself against it. The Orcish colonel questioned me.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the monetization is what killed a lot of people. Maybe it's the fact that I never made money from any of this, that I didn't really feel that gutted about it. It is weird that some people are still finding much more success on YouTube than they are in streams.
Serpentis gave me the order to kill you.
Please, no.
So all we have to do is threaten him with that, and we get the 3,000 XP. But we don't actually have to follow through.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Metal Gear Solid 1. I never played the original. I did play Twin Snakes. Obviously not on YouTube or anything. I haven't played those in ages. Metal Gear Solid 3, I would actually say, is in my top 10 games, like, of all time. Yeah, I don't know what he means at all, because, like, the only mercenaries who we killed were Silvio and Bulko, just kind of by accident, but none of them were sellouts to Beliar, so I don't know what the hell he was talking about. And why he's acting like Pedro is somehow equivalent. I don't remember. Do the orcs move in now, or is that after we... Yes, they do.
Come here, you filth. So much for you.
Pedro, you weren't gonna do shit. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go punch it?
So much for you, filthy beast.
Pedro actually tried to fist fight the orcs. 2 mercs in that one farm near the city. Well, yeah, but they still weren't sellouts. Right, I get that's why he's pissed off at Pedro, but that's not... The whole mercenary thing doesn't make any sense. He's trying to prove he's not with the orcs anymore by just going in and punching one of them. Well, there's beef actually,
So much for you, filthy beast.
making a difference. There you go.
Those dirty beasts.
They're still there.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to guard the ship.
He is guarding the
It's
ship, you
not
dork.
gonna sink anytime soon, man.
What kind of arrows is fucking this guy shooting? You see that? He had like smoking arrows. I like how the orc still spawns in here even when Vatras is in here.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
Here we...
An impressive.
Stop.
It took of.
Yes, you can. You have to go back and get him.
They wanted me where I've made them.
So without Vatras here, we can't get credit for not killing Pedro. But at least we got the 3,000 for threatening to kill Pedro. Yeah, all he does...
You were damn well done.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you come with me. Stop being a whiny bitch. Yeah, he doesn't... Biff is useless. Doesn't do anything. Oh my god, Lester's dead. What the fuck? How did Lester die? That's unacceptable. He must have fallen off the ledge. That's the only reason I could think he might have died. What I'm guessing happened is he saw the orcs hop the fence and just fell and face planted.
just use what? What advice can you give me?
Did you?
Of course.
Sorry.
What?
I
Does this book, Almanac of the Possessed, ring a bell?
Pyrocar is the expert on this type of book. Sorry.
Well, can't do anything
Do
with
you
it.
have
no.
So, I think, what are you doing, Angar? You're gonna jump off the ship. Nobody asked you to pose. I forgot how we got the almanac. No, it was from Brutus, I remember. It was after we let the, orcs in. That's when he suddenly shows that he's possessed.
everything quiet?
If those miserable orcs...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I want to rob you. Like how we can pickpocket all our companions on this ship. Yeah, the captain is the only one who's immortal because he's the only one you absolutely need to finish the game. Yeah, Gordon is always child's play. He looks like such a bro. He doesn't even care. I almost feel like he lets us steal his wallet. Pardon me, I'm pouring a drink. They all fight pretty good. That's why I say Lester probably only died because he fell. Especially considering fall damage is so ridiculous. It is nice, but he only mentions it at the end, and then suddenly he starts acting like, I am a sailor. Like, look at me, I got sailor lingo. I think it's just kind of, it's like a weird joke that for all of Gorn's kind of tough attitude and stoicism and stuff, for some reason he's just like not at all suspicious of people robbing him. He's like so confident people will be too afraid to try and steal from him that he doesn't even consider that that might have happened. Oh, Lee's character was completely trash, because in the first game he was like, you know, he felt betrayed by the king's, you know, political officers, but then by the second game, suddenly he's like targeting his wrath at the king himself, and in the third game, he just goes to kill him, and then that's the end of it. There's like no development of that quest, really, other than kill the king. And then Lee just walks around like that's the end of it, and, you know, there's no repercussions or anything. That's why I was kind of... One of the things the community story project for Gothic 3 was trying to work on was fleshing out his quest to go after the people who actually framed him rather than the king himself. But that mod's probably never seen the light of day. I also think the whole idea that he was framed for the... Excuse me, where the hell did Angar go? The idea that he was framed for the Queen's murder is probably the silliest thing. Like, wasn't there just an easier way to do that? What the fuck is he doing? You're running straight up the stairs and then suddenly you fuck it up. What is he doing? You go straight up the stairs, you dork. That crazy headaches. He must have a fucking migraine. He can't see where he's going. Yeah, exactly. I mean, his whole excuse is just this kind of like uncertain attitude that nobody knows what's going to happen and the kingdom's already ruined anyway. So what the hell is the harm in killing the king? At least I can get the sneaky corner shots here. But I don't have to worry about being possessed, because we don't have Vatras here to save us. Coat Hangar. Also, hello, Black Secret. What is up with stairs today? Nobody can figure out stairs.
All right.
I also wonder what makes the lizard men so much weaker to arrows than the orcs. Like, why it seemed to have been done that way.
Nothing to plunder.
Lee belonged to... No, Lee was basically a Nordmarian. Because that was the only... He was wearing their armor and he was just hanging out with them. But I think he was technically a rebel.
Nothing there.
No, he wasn't, because in the rebels... I don't know. Faction seemed pretty irrelevant in Gothic 3. Didn't seem like they actually did anything. Yeah, Larius was a strange turnaround, but I actually quite like his character in the second game. I like how he becomes like more patronly, kind of like a softer Diego. Back, you devil. He wasn't even a sly rogue in the third game, just a weirdo. Him and Lester, their characters were completely turned around by that terrible actor who performed them. Like, for some reason, both of them were made to seem so much younger and just carefree. Which I kind of like that idea happening with Lester, since he finally was able to, like, get away from all the swamp camp weirdness that possessed him. And was just like, I'm gonna chill on the beach and smoke some weed.
All right.
Oh god,
so
we got them all.
You filthy beast.
And many more filthy beasts. Please assist. Oh, look at that. Just mowed them down.
Yeah, that's how you deal with those things.
It sure is.
All right.
You guys are so bad at navigating. Can you try to make Lester really one note? Hello, my friend. Yeah, that's all Lester was. Everyone was his friend. I mean, it was just weird. wasn't even like a smart character, and he wasn't like a...
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
He's just weird.
All right. So much for you.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, it wasn't horrible. They definitely ruined more characters than that. But I just don't think... I don't know. He wasn't the worst of the bunch. I hate what Arcania do with, like, all the characters. That's hilarious. It's like calling my Desert Eagle the pacifier.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
We'll round up the eggs after. What I want to do is kind of hustle over there so I can get Angar to actually fight the dragon.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
Oh god, invisible one. I don't want him to try and stop me.
Stay, human. All of my senses tell me that the murderer of my own flesh and blood stands before me.
Really? Who are you calling a murderer, you hellspawn?
You have my brother Fiomather on your conscience, and you will pay for that.
Stop making so much noise. Let's get down to business.
You have come far, little human, but you will never leave these halls alive.
Oh, won't I? Damn, he's just spraying blood.
That's how you deal with those things.
That's how we deal with those things. But I think the trigger point for him to turn around is right in front of the dragon. We can keep him going past that, as long as we get him past that point. So let's see how far we can actually bring him in. Gothic dragons have genders. I don't know. It seems like they're just sort of they are like non-gendered, but just refer to themselves in masculine terms because it was one or the other. Finish DMC5. See, that's what surprised me is like Capcom, even though their corporate attitude is still pretty shit, they're still making like really good games. You know, they ruin shit like Street Fighter, sure. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, he almost killed himself. He's stealing his gold.
Thanks for the gold, you hero.
The hell you robbing the people I'm killing? How are they trans? They didn't transition from anything. They just exist. I'll go back and loot everything afterwards. I just want to make sure that Angar doesn't try and turn around before our time here is done.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
It could be.
Oh.
Alright.
I'll have to.
Good luck.
So this is as far as we can get them. So be it. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they lay the eggs while they're young and just kind of carry them to term in like 100 years. I don't know. I don't think anyone ever asked questions about their anatomy and reproductive cycle. Hello, Lord Andre. No, this is the last one, but we gotta go through the vanilla game. I'm only gonna go through it on one faction, because all the quests kind of stay the same. The expansion didn't add any faction-specific stuff. Other than the easy, joining methods. It is sad, but he's also kind of a wimp. He never did anything in the first game either. Yeah, it forces you to send him back. He's just like, Mom, I have a headache. But just because I haven't played vanilla since like 2004, so I wanted to see it again. And just kind of remember how much easier it was and how many things they've actually changed or added. Because you used to be able to download the vanilla version from GOG before they got rid of that option. I don't know why they did. Oh, and there's a nice convenient bow here, in case you didn't have one to shoot the switches. But if you don't have 25 dexterity, it's useless to you. I am running low on arrows though, so I'm gonna go re-up on those from Diego. Also, yeah, I think we found out Diego has the short bow, which is the only one you can use by default. But if you don't buy it from him right away, he'll just equip it and then you can't get it. Bro, rocks. This ain't that kind of game. What? I actually never tested if you could hit the switches with spells. That's a thought. What is that god-awful sound? Oh great, the neighbors above me are playing guitar or something. Well, that's kind of the weird thing, is like everyone's your friend, so if you beat up any of your friends, all your other friends go and kill them for you. Wonder how many people watching this later are going to get triggered by the fact that I'm jumping everywhere. I have had that comment more than once. Oh, you say that.
Who told you that?
Like I said, people have bitched about that when I did my Gothic walkthrough.
Here
This with if
Ep. Nearly impossible. I ain't doing it.
I need ammunition.
maybe
God, I was so happy when our downstairs neighbors moved out because they stopped playing loud-ass music. Now the ones above me have decided they're going to fill the void. Well, even before I had the acrobatics, why did I pronounce that so weird? Even before I had the acrobatics skill, and I was doing it, they were still pissed off with that too. They just hate the fact that I don't just run. I always did it because it's a little bit faster. People is just the obnoxious. Right, but yeah, they complain no matter how I did it. What I'm gonna do, like, from now on is just kinda... When I do the walkthrough, I'm probably just gonna skip most of the running. Ever did an Iron Mad run? Iron Man run? I'm not sure exactly what that means. Is that like one of those... what you call it? Like hardcore runs where you can't reload if you die? Because I refuse to do those. Yeah, no. Not my kind of challenge. Because I'm not good enough to not make mistakes. I don't mind challenge runs where I can keep repeating it until I get better. I tried that with Dark Souls, couldn't quite pull it off. But yeah, you could get acrobatics right at the beginning of the game, basically, in the last one. This one, you have to get to 90 dex. And this skeleton walking around like he's some hot shit. God, I can't one-shot the skeletons, are you kidding? I got fooled by the bug. Oh, what a dork. Here I am. Oh, no, you don't. I'm in 5th or 6th run. It's just not my kind of thing. Again, I have a tendency to screw things up. Just have like a, brain fart or bad impulse. And having to start over just because, or just something dumb happens. I accidentally slip off a ledge. I refuse to completely restart the game just because of that kind of shit. Oh, well, we got good old, what's his name over here? Arcole. Or Archole. Oh. What the hell? Can't shoot through the doorway? Oh, hang on, those were normal skeletons with one-handed swords. I never knew that was a thing. Never paid much attention to them. Oh, sorry, dork. Oh, there's the... Oh my god, he does not take damage from that. A shit ton of... Take that. Dealt with. Marvin F8s if he thinks he died unfairly. Yeah, no. See, that's kind of the issue. When I was like growing up playing video games, I would play them the exact same way every time. So that's why when I did my old walkthroughs, a lot of them were missing a lot of shit. Because I never experimented. I just did it every time I replayed the game. I'd do it the exact same way. And that was foolish of me. There's a nice convenient death to undead spell there. You're struggling with Arcole. Let's read this recipe. It says 11 dragon eggs. I'm pretty sure we only need 10, but either way, we have enough to make 2 potions. La Fergasto. Takes what else? Powderized black pearl and a pinch of sulfur. Unfortunately, I only got 1 black pearl. They must have sold other ones. Virgasto. You play Gothic 1 as every guild. Actually, I don't think I ever beat it as the Swamp Camp. I did not find them very compelling. Why is Fergasto blue in this one? Holy shit! Holy shit! That was pretty dope. I forgot. Fergasto bumps your highest stat, doesn't it? I have King Sorrow, right? I do, so I can make the Dex Potion. Negative. Back to Zweihander before you even reach... Yeah, I have a tendency to mainstay weapons in Dark Souls, but I also... I found the first one, it was easier to be diverse. The sequels, they were kind of typical builds you always ended up doing because they were the only way to min-max things. A lot of, like, spells and weapons just became poorly balanced by the end of it. Leading branches between fighting guild and mages. Interesting. Now, one thing I never knew, if you were like a fighter, like a guard, in the old camp, when you transition to a new camp, you can't become a mage after that, right? You would have to stay as a mercenary? Which I think is silly. I don't need that, but I'll take it. Now I have 182. Maybe now I can finally one-shot skeletons with my bow. That'll send you to lead, and then you can join the water mage if you want. I didn't think you could if you... I didn't think you could if you were just a guard in the old camp, but I don't remember. I haven't done it in a while. Look at this dork among us.
Come closer. So, and what do you quite... I should...
Oh yeah. Line them up. Stormbringer. One mage as a guild is only accessible by mercenaries. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So unlike the old camp, you have to join the mercs first. Whereas in the old camp, if you join the guards, you cannot become a mage. If I remember correctly.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I need to go get the key master. You think of hot stuff. Oh, yeah. So wait, if you join the water mages, can you not reach Circle 6? Or, I don't remember. Are the circles chapter restricted in the first game? Yeah, the sect camp, like, the idea of accessing magic like that early is not actually that useful. Well, I'm just saying, if you don't... Yeah, I don't know. You don't even get to talk, dork. So Shadow Warriors are a lot less resistant to bows than Arkhole. I like how I basically killed that seeker in the cutscene that was summoning him. Our mages only learn up to 4, water to 5, and 6 in Necromancer only. I get you. Oh, I really should stream Gothic like vanilla again. I remember I did stream it before I did the walkthrough, kind of like this, because I was playing around with mods to see if there was a fun one to do, and I decided that no, there were not. Zomboids. Alright, Orvarin. Enjoy your haircut experience. But probably won't. I'll probably be done by then. I just don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards, because we're not even an hour into this, and I probably got like 20 minutes left. So I should stream something afterwards. Ah, you little shit. I think I'm starting to remember how the puzzles work here. You start in the middle, go to the outside, and then head inwards toward the... where you started. Oh god. Shit. I think they knocked me out of the animation. Sweet. Oh god, I can't run. What am I doing? I was actually trying to reset. I couldn't do it from that perspective. Vanilla will not be ready today, no. I should have gotten it ready. I kind of always forget how quick Eardirath really is. Name's Hero's long hair to his short hair with a what ponytail? No, I don't think he went mullet style. His hair is pulled back. It's just, you know, a short ponytail. Hello. Oh god, no, that has to go first. It's interesting the skeleton mages still seem to get the to get knocked out of his spell casting with melee hits. Hello, Boglin. Looked at the VODs of those Gothic 1 sessions. Remember the mod making the hero do really exaggerating grunts. Yeah, he added there were some sound clips that were removed from the vanilla game because of how weird they sounded, including the way NPCs would always say the same thing every time they killed something or encountered something. But yeah, and then the hero would go like, "Ooh-ah!" every time he got hit. But it was in the Nameless Hero's like actual voice. So it was from the vanilla game. I think they just realized how annoying it was, and so they cut it. He got a haircut, he got a longer nose, and he got a chin strap beard. Also, don't diss the ponytail. Right? I find that personally offensive. Well, that's what they said. And Mike himself said that he picked it out of a pile of faces that they gave him and didn't even realize that he was picking his own face, basically. So, in his own vanity, he saw himself, said, "Oh, that's the one handsome dude," and then rolled with it. Yeah, he's the modern narcissist. I've been rocking a ponytail basically since college. Actually, just got it trimmed recently because I haven't had a haircut in like 2 years. Why does it always open the opposite one? I don't feel like I always thought the order in which you pull the levers affected which door opens, but I don't think it does. Just the first pull is always the upper one, second pull is the lower one. Now this one is just a mirror image of the one from the left side, or from, yeah, left side. Yeah, back you devil. On this one, it's front, left, right. And this one summons the Shadow Warriors if you do it wrong. I did it right, because I'm the smart. Oh god. I'm buried. Help. 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 That's why you don't do that. Let me got cooler. I'm already cool. He stylized himself. No. Honestly, I grew my hair out because I was a heavy metal fan in college. Still am, but kind of ditched the image. But my hair is like completely unmanageable. So it just stays in a ponytail. cutscene hero has horns on Dragon Hunter armor. That is true. I forgot. It never occurred to me that the concept art has horns on the armor, but the actual armor doesn't. I don't know how I never put that together. That's a good catch. AOC, I've already revealed my face. I've done face cam in some videos. You can see my my most recent one were the Resident Evil 7 streams I did, which I rehost on YouTube. No, I don't hide my visage. I just don't see a point to doing a face cam on videos like this. It does not contribute to the experience. Well, don't expect much. Dorks. No, I ain't doing that. I didn't abuse the cat. I just startled him. Don't be setting up some YouTube drama here. Also, yeah, that was a weird one because I actually left my hair down for that. Yeah, that was me celebrating like 2,000 subscribers, I think. Test if you can actually pull multiple switches at once. It's so hard to navigate when the screen's like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I don't think I can touch it. I did Witcher 3 last night. I don't really have time to do another stream today. I guess I could pick it up after this. See, I probably could have done it, I just wasn't near it. Ah! I wanted to see if I could do all the switches at once. And here's Seeker's tripping. At least I can two-shot these idiots now. That fucking ricochet there. What bullshit. You dork! Damn, their firewall hurts so much. Owie. I like how the, like, ultimate black mage here is kind of like the equivalent to the last undead shaman in the sleeper temple. He's got like a massively dangerous spell and he weakens, or like the undead shaman was invulnerable when he first encountered him, but this one has a spell that severely weakens you. Armor could have bonus melee damage. That'll be a little silly. You should have bonus punch damage because you have the blades on your wrist. Bonus melee damage would be a bit silly. Take that. What is bouncing? I can hear a sneaker coming after me. They run into the wall. You ain't shit. Get the black mage? Yeah, of course I can.
You'll regret this.
Will I? Dang, that was a lot of talking with that spell. Nope. I don't want him doing his cheap bullshit where he just takes out half my health, thinking he's Melkor from Dark Mysteries, before the dialogue even ends. Would it be much harder without the Claw of Beliar? I don't think it would be that much harder. It's just, it's a nice bonus with the extra lightning blast. But it is useless against the undead dragon, so...
Kadosh, Kadar. Open.
Melkor, what a douche. Fucking douche. Oh, I never restored the eye. So a mistake I always make at the end of these playthroughs. Well, at least I left that live, not like the Witcher 3 shit, which I was so embarrassed about I actually had to delete those. Did I get another black pearl yet? Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, the idea of a... Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's the Eye of Power shit. Oh, I want another black pearl. If I hadn't sold another black pearl, I wouldn't have been able to do this. Zintatch review of Gothic 2. Is that dude who does, like, the really silly, like... meandering reviews? Because I've seen that guy. I'm hoping that somebody sells a black pearl. Maybe maybe old Melty. Why am I walking? Oh. I know I had that. No, it's a loose hammer. I thought it was a hasty herring. Shit. Yeah, I think everyone's seen that guy's video by now. Or most of his, you know, funny reviews. I saw the Elex one where he's basically like, it's Gothic 2, but sci-fi. Now you got real sick of that comparison. Yeah, I agree. It's like, it really oversimplifies their design philosophy. Not that I support their design philosophy, because I think they're screwing up a lot of things. But, just trying to boil it down to, oh, they're just making Gothic 2 again, is like not even remotely accurate. Because none of their games, besides Risen, played at all like Gothic 2 did. The only thing that they tend to carry over is the 3-faction system, which was from Gothic 1, so don't even start with this shit. Now, I would say Elex is one of the weakest faction systems because it basically just boils down to as soon as you've joined a faction, you can go through the promotion stuff just through a handful of like really simple side quests, and then suddenly become the ultimate rank before you've even touched the main story. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think there are 1.5 million reasons why they end up being the weakest.
I'm staying out of it.
Can't go on.
Everyone knows how to cheese the game.
Got a
Well, so
Doesn't have a black pearl. Shoot. Why does he have aquamarine? Who the hell's gonna use that? I'm never... Oh, shoot. Whatever. I guess I have to stick the bow. Why am I keeping the pickaxe? I'm not using it. Oh, I want another black pearl so I can make another Embarla. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know Yahtzee's stuff too well. I don't actually really check out his reviews very often. I got no way to get another black pearl. That upsets me.
What?
So, I guess I can't get another Fergasto. German Paradox. I think I've been suggested his videos before, but I've never checked them out. Or did Forsaken Gods just, like, upset him so much that he just disappeared? I've always wanted to do more, like, video essay / review kind of things, but I just never have the time for it, and I don't feel like anyone watches my channel for that. But I've also always wanted to do more reviews. Or like a kind of impression series. I did a few of them back in the day, but never really got anything that motivated me to do another one. Oh, so he's still around? Does he still do videos and just not reviews? I feel like a big problem for me is just the fact that reviews kind of lose their relevance by the time I've finished playing a game. So I don't feel compelled to make one. Which is why I was doing instead kind of like retrospectives on games I felt like people should check out that maybe they hadn't. No, his channel is dead. Then how, what, does he just like post on Twitter or shit? How do you know he was planning on doing one? Well, some people just don't like to do that videos anymore. It was like this one guy I watched back in the day, and he was known as like one of the earliest kind of Let's Players, and then he stopped doing that and started doing streams only, and then literally just completely disappeared. Nobody ever heard from him again. And then he finally made a post like years later saying, yeah, I just don't want to do this shit anymore. I hate when people do that. Like, make your Twitter a little more interesting, or just don't even bother using it. If it's only going to say, oh, I like this video. But I feel like that's something people don't even realize that their Twitter account is even doing. Anyway, what can we do here? We should probably get an army of darkness, but I don't have any. Bill will summon demons. And use them as meat shields. I kind of want to see how I hold up just stand alone shooting this thing with arrows. Right, but I also feel like he's... Usually what happens is they've answered that before and they just get sick of being asked. Or people just aren't satisfied with the answer and keep trying to pester the content creator as if there's a deeper reason for it. There usually is not.
So, have I not left as much as you twist? There is, you have
He says something. He says something about us being dragon hunter, but I don't really care.
What? The divinity bestow only when the...
On whose behalf?
My arm.
In...
Do you? Your bones will serve me to...
I think that's what it was. I missed it. Nope, he's winning. Well, that was the climactic battle. Oh, that's right, yeah. Whatever, who cares? Whoa, why is this happening now? That has never happened on a reload before. Well, the YouTube algorithm has just been bad for me because it never seems to actually recommend my videos to many people. Other than Val, apparently. I think most people find my channel by searching for shit. Yeah, I had a feeling that's calling it the fourth ending or whatever I did made people think that there was an ending that they somehow missed after all these years, but no. It was for humor. Hello, P-Tac. Nice of you to show up right at the end. Yeah, go to bed.
Enough said. I shall chase you back under the rock from whence you crept, you monster.
You're not yet ready to defeat me. Only one brief moment, and I shall have reached my goal. Do you really believe you can injure me with the claw? Your bone.
Oh, I don't think the claw will run. So yeah, we tested it. You hit him with a claw. It just... Oh god, I'm hitting the demon, for fuck's sake. Demon isn't even in the way. What the hell is happening? I think I need another demon. You know, it's gonna go down too quickly. God, the demon keeps getting in the way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm cheesing it. Their AI breaks every time they kill something. Weird. Oh, victory is mine. Yeah, you would think my username would actually pull up. Sorry I couldn't show the cutscene. It was going to crash my game again. But I did want to see the hero with the horns, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Right, because people only watch my shit for Gothic. But yeah, it's like, even when you search my name, my channel doesn't always show up. But let me, since AOC's been looking for it, I'll pull up the playlist. Geez, that was like one of the last playlists I even assembled. There you go. Oh, okay. I am tripping down the stairs because I'm a dork who can't walk. Yeah, like my name doesn't even show up in this, like, search things.
Hey, you!
Look at him with his big ass sword.
It now not would that go?
You would think so, but I actually think I found out somebody on PSN already had Morganon as their username, because when I went to make an account, I couldn't just use my name. I forget what I ended up settling on. Next week, yes, PTAC. I've got to set it up still. I guess after this, what should I do after this? I could just get back into Witcher 3, but I feel like I want to start something else. Because I sold it to him. So he equipped it.
We won't. It's I hope.
Hey, Angar, look at the dragon you actually helped kill for once.
You pull. Yep. Well.
I feel like I would start a new game, but then I realize I don't really have any other games installed. I can't do Risen right now. I'm just gonna go with Mage. You know, kind of keep up the tempo with that. Yeah, I'll do a Risen walkthrough at some point, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, that's a good thought, Val. Thing is, I've only played the Bard's Tale once, even though I backed on Kickstarter.
Hey.
Or actually, you know what I want to do instead is I want to play Mordhau.
We can be
very good. You'll
yeah.
What page?
Since I haven't played that since the last stream. Let's do Mordhau. What the fuck? I've been meaning to do that for a few weeks now anyway. I like to vanilla feel kind of empty. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's gonna be like that. I mean, there's like it fleshed out so many things, but also just added so many things. There ain't gonna be no wild boars. Yoink.
You stayed with the.
Sure I did. Now what?
Nothing more.
Let me. Hey, come on. There's nothing.
We can tell Biff to go ahead and loot the island and then just leave him behind.
Was that it then?
That was it for now.
Now can I?
You can raid the entire island for all I care.
Great.
Yeah, go ahead and just plunge you to heart's content. We're gonna leave you behind because you didn't do a damn thing to help here. Yeah, I feel like the pacing was better. Just because it didn't shoehorn Jarkandar in the middle of it.
So it says in the scriptures.
Can't rely on that.
Tired?
I'm completely done in.
Go hit the sack.
Thank you.
Go hit the sack.
Who wants to know?
It's fine.
Fine. Fine.
Hey. We've done.
I'm glad to hear that.
Hey, you. We can be on our way now. The enemy's dead.
Very good. Then tell the captain to weigh anchor. May our
Weigh anchor? I'm sure the anchor's pretty damn heavy. Biff's great sounds similar to Barla Furioso scream. What do you mean? Biff's great sounds... Huh? Oh. Just the way he says it?
I've eliminated the enemy.
I didn't expect anything else. How's it look? Can we finally leave now?
Similar to the... Awakening? I don't know. I just think if it was like kind of spaced out more, if you didn't have to do it in the middle of it, they couldn't make it optional, but like if you had to do some of it before like chapter 3 and then the rest of it in chapter 4 and shit like that, then it would be interesting. But they kind of made it was like a standalone sort of adventure, but they didn't make a separate module like The Witcher or Dragon Age or Neverwinter Nights would have. Anyway, we don't need to sit through all the credits again.
We're overloaded.
We have to toss some of the gold overboard.
Get your hands off the gold.
Listen, it would be really better if we...
I don't want to hear any more about it.
I've heard the war with the orcs is going badly.
And?
We probably won't be able to spend all the gold anywhere.
The gold stays on board.
What good is the gold if we capsize in the tiniest storm?
But I don't see a storm.
Not yet.
Relax. Everything will turn out all right.
Famous last words. What does it fall off? I don't know. Like, coming back to Corinthus would be weird. I think leaving leaving Irdarath to go to Martana, I think kind of makes sense. Especially because you go back to Corinthus, the Paladins are not going to let you leave with a ship a second time. So, I don't know. That's what I say. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 playthroughs down the hatch. Got to do a 4th one that should be a lot quicker. But that's going to have to wait till next week. Yeah, I know, but their plans can get fucked. Nobody cares about their plans. We got bigger things to do. So, yeah. If can be main villain. Well, if we did just leave him there, so I'm sure he had his awakening moment with Beliar there. And finding Zardos for 50% of the game too. Yeah, we don't have time to deal with I don't have a fancy title for it, so I'm just